Hi, how's it going, everyone? Some of you know me, some of you don't. For you who don't know me, I'm Zach. I've been debating about starting a YouTube channel for quite some time now, and rather than debating about it and thinking about it, why not make an attempt at it? So this is my attempt. The channel is going to be mostly car related, a little racing when weather and the season permits. Other than that, it's mostly, like I said, going to be car related. The main reason for wanting to start the channel is due to my CRX that I'm building. I am swapping a K series motor into it, so I'm doing a K swap, and there's very little videos or walkthroughs explaining how they did their build. VTech Academy has one out, and that's basically the only one I can think of. They got a couple videos on a budget CRX they put together. And I don't know if they've completed it yet or not, but regardless, that, like I said, is going to be my first vehicle I'm going to be recording and covering for footage. I have a few other vehicles behind me. You can see is one of my S2000s, but we'll get to that on a different episode. Let's take you over to the CRX and show you that, where I'm at with that so far. I maybe should have started recording a little sooner, but here we are. So this is my 1990 Honda CRX that, like I said, I'm going to be swapping a K series into, so I'm doing a K20 swap. It is a K20A2 from an 02 Acura RSX Type S. Basically right now I have it mounted in, and that is about it. I got shift linkage connected, shifter box installed, mounts. I'm using Hasport EK2 mounts. Wiring harness, I'm basically going to end up reworking the factory harness, and I'm going to go through the factory hole through the firewall there. And I'm going to use probably Hybrid Racing's jumper harness. I'm hopefully going to be getting an innovative traction bar tonight, but other than that, that is the only thing I had to remove, that and the mount that goes on the passenger frame rail. Remove those two, and I was able to mount the K series into the CRX engine bay. I picked this CRX up as a shell or roller. And for you who don't know what that means it had no motor or transmission. It literally had to be pushed to move it. I got it with 2 seats, 2 door panels, a dash, cluster, 2 spare fenders, which I have in the back here, and 2 doors, which you can see those right there. Other than that, I basically got a bare car. No carpet, no pillar plastics, no headliner. No rear interior, no rear plastic, no rear carpet, no nothing. Stripped. I don't know what the previous owner's plans were. But my intentions, I want heat, and I'm building this to be a kind of a all-around street car, so I want it to be complete interior. I scored the center rear interior last week from a local named Andy Vollert. If anybody knows him, give him a shout out. Gave me a great deal on that. But yeah, there's my 90 CRX that I'm K swapping, and that is what I'm going to start the channel out with, or off with, whatever you want to say. I don't know what else to touch on. Basically, I have it in these mounts are adjustable height. I have it in the lowest setting right now, and the main reason for that is, let me get some light on the situation here. So the main reason for that is, I don't know if you can see it, but right above my nail here, let me see if I can zoom in too. Zoom in a little bit. You can kind of see right there, there's a bolt off the side of the transmission casing back by the differential. That is almost touching the subframe. That is the main reason I have it in the lower setting right now. Once I clearance that little area there and give myself a little bit more room and box that in, so I completely keep the subframe sealed. I don't want a bunch of sand and water and contaminants getting in there. But once I clearance that, I will be able to fully bring the motor up into the second position without touching anything. But like I said, so far I just have the shifter box mounted. Hybrid Racing no cut shifter box. Let's zoom out here a little bit. I got that mounted utilizing the RSX shift cables. They do work. They're just a little on the long side in my opinion. If I can figure out something that's a little bit shorter that still works and shifts great, I would love to change that out. I've got my brake proportioning valve moved off the strut tower, and I kind of just gently pushed in the lines and got it moved out of the way. I'm not entirely happy with the location of it so far yet, but that's where that's at so far. I did just get K Pro V4 in the mail the other day. That's what I'll be powering this with. Like I said, I want to get an innovative traction bar, and I need to pick up K20A2 axles and half shaft yet, and finish my fuel system off. I don't have a whole lot to work with yet. Haven't really monkeyed with it yet, but that's next to be tackled. That, and then I gotta do the cable to hydro so I can engage the clutch. So this is the O2 RSX Type S I picked up, basically just for the motor and transmission for the CRX. I mean, like I said, I bought it just for the motor and transmission, wiring harness, computer. I'm not using the shifter box, but the cables I'm using. And that's all I bought it for. But this is, there it is. So if anybody's interested, I live in central Wisconsin. O2 RSX rolling shell. I got a title for it. Clean title if I remember right. I don't care what you do with it. Drag race it. Circle track race it. Daily drive it. I want it out of my driveway. Okay, with that being said, I gave you a little brief preview on the CRX I'll be covering here for my first car. Other than that, I have a few other cars lined up for footage, but I'll wait to get into them. I don't have a whole lot to cover on them at the moment. I could just give you an update or show you where they're at right now, but other than that, that's about all I can do on them. I don't have a whole lot of parts coming for them and whatnot. So I just wanted to make an intro video, I guess, and show what I'll be doing. Biggest holdup, or I guess, yeah, we'll go with holdup on the channel, or starting a channel, is I couldn't or haven't yet thought of a solid name. So if anybody has a good name they think that would be fitting, or recommendations, put them in the comments. I'd love to hear them or read anybody's input. Let me know. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, that's where I'm at so far. It's not going to be a huge long intro, but if you liked it so far, give me a like, subscribe. I appreciate it. Catch you guys next time.